looking forward to adapting to permanent changes to the business environment. Right? I think that's very, very important because there have been some significant changes. Things are not going to go back to pre-COVID levels in many, many areas. And I think we might as well bite the bullet and accept it and see the opportunities that may arise because of this adversity. Right? I mean, I'm glad you said that, Jeff. It is important, I think, for people to feel that the government is there, but it shouldn't be anything more than a safety net. It shouldn't be a safety harness personal to you. I think we all need to. And my question here is, you know, just let's just take the few of us here, right? There are, including myself, there are 5 entrepreneurs here amongst us. Why do we need to look at Jeffrey or ESG all the time for us to collaborate? I'm just putting a challenge. What is stopping us from calling each other? What is stopping Loretta, for example, from having a conversation after this with Sean, now that you're acquainted, to say, Sean, I'm going, if I'm going to have a big show, how can you support me? Similarly, Sean can talk to Loretta and say, I'm thinking of having some kind of food event. Can you help me to organize that event and make it really bring some big stars with your experience in international? Can you help to do something local? Using your expertise. It doesn't mean that because you succeeded, Loretta, in doing international shows, you can't do any mega local shows. You can.
She does.
See, what I'm trying to say is it all needs to start to be ignited with a conversation. But if everything has to start with the government initiating, government coming up with a program, then I don't think we can call ourselves entrepreneurs.
Yes.
I think then we are nothing more than just businesses. There's a difference between a business and an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur constantly looks at ways to innovate and ways to survive, more than survive, ways to excite ourselves. There's nothing stopping an engineer to develop something that requires engineering, developing gadgets that will help us, in our own businesses. So what I'm trying to say is, are we doing enough amongst ourselves, leveraging on online services and the internet to connect with each other? I suspect we're not doing enough. This is usually what happens when you have a very good government that's very generous. As they say, nothing grows under a banyan tree. It's so large that light doesn't travel through. You have no undergrowth. It's just a simple point. Whether it is COVID, whether it is frozen quota on foreign workers, whatever it is, an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is defined by a mindset. The moment you step into the arena as an entrepreneur, you must be prepared to fall. But the art is to get up, dust your feet, dust your knees, and move on. In that sense, COVID is just another season where you fall. You get up, you learn, you move. And I truly believe that COVID will and has thrown up the best and the worst in our entrepreneurs. And in the end, it's the Darwinian principle of survival that actually will reign. Some of us perhaps are not meant to be entrepreneurs. If all we are looking for are handouts, we are not meant to be entrepreneurs. Some of us who are meant to be entrepreneurs will actually soar. We will develop wings and we will soar. And that's my true belief, as long as we don't go into handout mentality.
SMEs to grow. One thing we spoke about is to be pandemic proof. Have you heard of this word? Underline pandemic proof. It's not just your business, but as a business leader, how much can you be pandemic proof? I think Mr. Viswa touched on that. Whatever happens, how are we in our mind and also our heart? How much are we aligned to 我们的生意, which is our business, our way of life. We say 生意 means 生 is 生活, our life, and 意是 what kind of meaning do we give to our business, and how much are we committed to running our business as a way of life and becoming pandemic proof to rise above all situations. And I just wanted to highlight the 5 intelligence, which everybody can take back and look at how we are looking at our business in regards to the 5 intelligence framework that Go Global has created or formed as a support. One is your emotional intelligence, or rather your wisdom. How much are we taking everything that's happening around us personally or otherwise, emotional intelligence. And then we have financial intelligence, which is about money consciousness. Forget about your P&L. That would have gone to ruts right now. And I think Peter spoke about it very well. It's starting from zero. But what is your money consciousness, your money relationship, your financial intelligence? Where is it right now? And then we have physical intelligence that the world has shown us, be it in Singapore or be it in your body, wherever you are, you have to have a physical presence in a healthy body to survive any kind of situations. And then we come to spiritual intelligence, which is nothing to do with religion, but as a Singapore organization, as Singaporeans, we talk about that unity in diversity. How much are we united as one community, one Singapore, in moving this forward? And I just loved when Mr. Viswa talks about collaboration. How much are we looking at each other and saying, let's do this together, and where can we innovate as a community? And the final and the most important one, which I know everybody, I want to use this word, I'm sorry, but we have learned from it, is failed, is environmental intelligence. I'm not talking about the going green, but how much are we vigilant of what's happening in our industry? How much are we able to step up and catch it and not fall flat? We can definitely rise above everything when we are environmentally intelligent. And I somehow feel as Singaporeans, we have a bit complacent, and I'm using a bit very modestly, if I were to say otherwise. We are too complacent as business leaders. We want to really be as government coming to support us and partner us, how much can we rise above in our leadership to grasp that and really make use of that best opportunity to go global?